Thank you all for your patience. We are going to get started. And first, I would like to introduce NDOT Commissioner Lindsay Quist.
Good afternoon. As Natalie mentioned, my name is Lindsay Quist, Commissioner for the Indiana Department of Transportation. Thank you all for being here today as we officially kick off the 2025 construction and maintenance season and recognize National Work Zone Awareness Week here in Indiana. If you hadn't noticed though already, orange barrels have already started to pop up around the Hoosier State. This year, NDOT will be kicking off over 1,200 construction projects statewide. When combined with preventive maintenance, we are looking at an investment of over $3.3 billion across the state. Year after year, we continue to see progress in our bridge and pavement conditions and ratings across the state and progress in our transportation infrastructure projects. Projects from asphalt resurfacing, bridge rehabilitation, and innovative intersections. And our more major projects like ClearPath 465 on the northeast side of Indianapolis, I-70 Wayne County, I-65 safety and efficiency, just to name a few. As mentioned, this is National Work Zone Awareness Week, which is an annual event held each spring as we kick off the construction and maintenance season. This year's focus is respecting the zone so we all get home. Taking a minute to mean what does that mean to respect the zone is thinking of it this way. Do you have people speeding through your workplace? Drivers who are distracted or potentially impaired? Do you have concerns about making it home at the end of the day? These are conditions that our workers and road crew people face every day. And we know, so slowing down, removing distractions, and making yourselves available to concentrate on possibly changing conditions. I know others will also plan to touch on this today, but watching your speed. Speed is a consistent factor when we look at crashes and work zone incidences. To combat this, in a partnership with our law enforcement partners, NDOT deployed its work site speed control pilot program known as Safe Zone at I-70 last year and expanded to ClearPath early in 2025. And earlier this week, NDOT announced steps to begin program enforcement, which will begin as early as May 5th on I-465 and I-69 in the ClearPath construction zone. Like other states, we have already seen promising results with this program as we look to reduce speeds. In the first 4 months of pre-enforcement, NDOT saw a reduce in 70% of speeding in the work zone. As I wrap up, my ask is simple: respect our work zones, make smart decisions behind the wheel. The choices you make could have lasting consequences to you and others. Buckle up, put the phone down, reduce your speed, avoid distractions, and don't drive impaired. The bottom line is we all want to get home, and this is for our crews, yourself, your passengers, and other drivers on the road. Now I would like to introduce the Secretary of Transportation Infrastructure, Matt Yubel.
Thank you all and good afternoon. Appreciate everyone being here today. I would like to, first of all, thank Commissioner Quist and her team. They're a very, very dedicated group of people that care very much about this work zone safety issue that we currently have. Critically important, and again, Commissioner Quist, thank you for getting out in front of this. The issues that we have going on here are vitally important. I cannot overstate the importance of work zone safety. I mean, as a former coal miner, 47 years in the mines, I can talk to you about safety day after day after day after day, and if you don't live it and preach it, there is going to be something go wrong in your workplace. And to the extent safety yeah, we all think about it, and it's correct. We're going to go home at the end of the day. But the added benefit of this is jobs that are done properly, jobs that are done on time, jobs that are delivered for the taxpayer. I can't say enough about the safety and the people that are around it, not only for our workforce, but all the people that are maneuvering up and down these highways. So in 2024, we had 30 people killed in our work zones. 1,500 were injured. Now, that is a huge number. I mean, okay, maybe it didn't, there's a lot of families out here. Maybe it didn't touch your family, but we have to, as a group and as a state, guard and protect the people that are in these work zones. It's the most important thing we can do in our everyday work life. But driver behavior and human error are the biggest causes for these deaths, and this initiative that the department's taking on is trying to draw attention to that very thing. That's why we're going to continue to deploy the work zone safety issues, buckle up, put the phone down, all them things, impaired driving. Most critical things that we can do is just to protect the people that are in these work zones and on the highway throughout Indiana, not just the work zones, but very, very important that we get all this stuff put together. With this being work zone, the first National Work Zone Awareness Week, and the perspective on safety and how it's changed since I've become secretary, I can tell you I've only been here 100 days, but the focus and the emphasis that the department's put on this is through the roof, which it should be. There's nothing else that is going to be more important to our workers and the people that are out on the roads. So it's the right focus, and again, I want to commend Commissioner Quist for what she's put together on getting this done. When we say we want everyone to get home safely, we mean everybody, not just our workers, but all the people that are out on the roads doing what they do. But I can tell you that it's been a real honor to be assigned to this position. I'm cherishing the time that I'm going to be with this great team of people. And with that, I'd like to go on to say thank you to everybody out here. And with that, I want to introduce Mr. Richard Hedgecock, President of the Constructors of Indiana.
Good afternoon. How is everybody today? So thanks for having us out today. Appreciate it. There is obviously nothing more important than safety. My name is Richard Hedgecock. I'm with Indiana Constructors Incorporated. We're the statewide trade association for the heavy highway civil construction industry in Indiana. 200 member companies, all of their employees and their families, some of whom you see behind you today. We work very closely with our partners at INDOT. We work closely with our partners with LIUNA, with the Operators International, with several of our union partners. Glad to have them all here today. They're the ones that are on the front lines. The message that I always bring to these things, unfortunately, is always the same. And that message is speed kills. Speed kills. We're never going to outlaw, we're never going to stop incidents in work zones, incidents on the road. We're never going to stop incursions from happening, crashes from occurring. We can stop people from dying. When you look at speed as a single factor, the number of people who are killed due to speed outweighs the combined figures of those who are killed for distracted driving, drunk driving, medical misuse, all of those combined. Speed is the one that kills people. And it's not just our people. Obviously, I'm very selfish. Obviously, I'm very concerned about our people. We do want them, as you've heard, to go home at night every day. But the vast majority of those fatalities that the Secretary mentioned are the traveling public. The vast majority are the people out there who are not paying attention, who are driving too fast, are getting involved in accidents, and they're the ones who are dying. So I implore all the drivers out there, please pay attention when you're in a work zone. Please pay attention to those signs, read the signs, do what they tell you to do. You're not gonna get there that much faster. You're just not. I also want to emphasize the Safe Zones program. We'll be going live with that in early May. We've been doing a trial through the Clear Path project, Northeast Indianapolis, for the last couple of months. People have been getting notices in the mail, warnings in the mail, but as of early May, on or around May 5th, the fines will actually start going out to people when they're driving 11 miles an hour or over the posted speed limit. You're still allowed to go 11 miles an hour over the speed limit without getting a ticket. We're not encouraging that, but we're telling people, please slow down. I don't think I've got anything else to say. We're going to have Chad come up here today, and Chad's going to tell us some real more personal stories about what happens out there in the work zones. Chad Clark, Milestone.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for everybody that is here today. And yeah, I would like to, everybody that spoke before, I just want to stress how important, National Work Zone Awareness Week is, but not only for this week, but it's every day. So, I want to bring attention to that it is every day, and it's all the workers, all my coworkers, everybody in the industry that's out here every day building the new roads and the bridges that get you to and from work is our main goal. And roadways that is our office. No different than when you pass through the zone on your way to work. And I know Commissioner Quist had mentioned that earlier, the fact that, that's our office, no different than your office, but you all have an impact on our office every day. And whether or not, we get to go home at night, because the goal is we get to go home every night to our families the same way we came to work, no different than the traveling public. They have the right, they should all go home the same way they came to work in the morning. And it's never easy for me to talk about, but just to kind of where this, not only what this means to me, but all my fellow co-workers. I can remember the day like it was yesterday, but unfortunately, and I've been with Milestone for 21 years, and unfortunately in 2011, I witnessed a tragic event when one of our co-workers was tragically hit and killed in the work zone. And I can still remember that moment like it was yesterday, and I wish I couldn't, but I do. And that's from my perspective. That's not the perspective of what that family had to go through. I don't ever want to see another family have to go through that again. Not only for them, but all the fellow co-workers, myself, that were all there that day, along with the distracted driver. I mean, that's something that you're going to carry for the rest of your life, for just that few seconds or moments going through that zone to get to where you're going. So I just want to stress that same message. Speed does kill. Put your phones down. Travel the speed limit through the zone, because again, it's only going to take just a few minutes of your day to slow down. And I would like you to remember that again, this is our office, and we're out here, building the roadways and the bridges that get all of us to and from work. And the goal is to make the roads safer, bigger, more efficient, so you do get there safely. So again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I just appreciate that. And I just want everybody to be able to get home at night just like they started in the morning. And one last thing I would say, just to kind of keep that in perspective, when I leave the house in the morning, whether it's morning or night, our fellow workers, whether it's a day shift, a night shift, we tell our spouses we love them, we tell our kids we love them, no different than everybody traveling through that zone. It's the same thing. We're all in this together. So I just want to stress that, and I appreciate your time today. Thank you.
And that concludes our remarks for this afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. Our media partners, if you're in need of comments, interviews, I'll be available. So thank you.